like scale plastic
Okay.
down like that.
I like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You got something else. Yeah. Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that covers down.
Because it's
Yeah.
like semi-flexible. I
It
love
covers down behind my neck, down behind to my back.
I keep thinking you're barefoot just like Will does.
that.
I
Oh,
love these
did
shoes.
you? Who sold you that one?
Dark Victory Armory. But it's a
Oh,
different
okay,
model.
Yeah. That's the same one Brian Pryor made. Basically.
Yeah.
But it's, this one is like it's
Yeah.
open. Let's see.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Underplates.
It's good, but the only problem, I can
Put it right over the gambas.
over the games. Yeah, I'll do that next time. But yeah, this is one of the problems.
That's, freaking Dustin is helping me with that. It's fine motor thing.
Mhm.
I have it.
I will say
That should be enough for now.
And this style of gununting is actually called a war gununting.
Oh, show him the original one. You have it?
I don't have the original one, but this is a 1-to-1 scale of the one I got from my father, who got from my grandfather. And that thing is hefty
yeah, I bet.
because all the weight is focused here.
Wherever this curve is.
Yeah.
So this
So-
is a reproduction of his grandpa's.
So this is a modern gununting
That's
style,
hard.
which it's thinner blade and it's curved all the way.
One curve as opposed to a mostly straight and a harsh curve.
Yeah, and this is wedged out as well. So it creates a wedge to pierce into and hack into members.
Yeah, I can agree with
I'm gonna
that.
put,
Yeah, I put my sword there.
I'm gonna put my fingers inside.
Yeah.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do Filipino stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn Silat, so I'm doing that all on my own.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like it's not
I
Yeah.
the only martial arts I have outside.
So
of
the only
Cuatro
problem I had, I think this
was
would be good
when me
for
and
like
my
rape
brother
and
were kids,
messer
we
and
did
stuff
a
like that.
taekwondo.
Because it's one hand.
We got to him
But when I'm
purple
using-
right before, I don't know what they call that belt.
See
They
this?
don't call it red
Yeah.
black. But it's like
Yeah.
that. It was like
What
right
do you see?
before red black. But we quit because
can't,
our instructor quit to go. I
go
don't remember what
closer
it was
in,
to,
like
but
shoulders.
to do something else.
There is no way to make it more quiet.
Yeah. But I noticed yours,
You want
your
me to bring
version.
it so you can feel it? With the-
Yeah, but yeah.
Let me bring mine.
I noticed that yours is it doesn't have all this.
So did you make that yourself, polymer cast?
This no, I ordered it. Yeah, Purple Heart.
Oh, okay.
You can tell
Yeah,
they make
so
those. They're so cool, and that's
a reproduction of my grandfather's.
awesome. And that's like a Filipino style.
So you've got traditional gununting, which it does have a full head here, but it doesn't drop as drastically. And then the war gununting, and then the modern gununting, which is much more thin, and it's a full curve rather than
That's awesome.
a wedge.
Yeah.
Let's see how that happens. So just this to the front and this to the back to protect the muscle. Thank you guys for coming. I really want to
Yeah.
They're gonna bring some friends that just to practice with you before. Right?
One did, one does not.
Yes.
At
We're
least
all
it's the
the same.
HEMA stuff, or not HEMA, the school of stuff. One of them he has trained with
This
me.
is
but-
back.
Yeah, let's go back with the bigger one. Because we want to protect that. If there is fracture there or something happens there, you're on for the rest of your life. We don't like it. Just one or two is good. Yeah. Well,
I can tell that's way better.
Go, don't hit anyone.
Yeah, that's way better. That's way better. I think that would still be good for
Hopefully
like.
he will keep making those. And like
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order one of these because that's way better, and it's also I like that.
You want to try with the gambas on before you buy anything?
Sure.
Do it. Because that way
So
not-
you wear this over the gambeson.
Oh yeah. I did it under sometimes, but then I was like, fuck that, I don't want this thing all
Yeah,
the time.
Dustin was saying I should do it under, but I think the sword catcher there.
It doesn't.
Well, Will also mentioned that like when he does harness wrapping, he would have a grid like that, but he would do it over the canvas and under the grid.
Yeah, my problem with
It's-
that one,
It's freaking.
it's great. but-
Bahor is a whole different monster.
The only downside of that one is just this.
Wait, I'm gonna do something bad.
Okay.
Stable position. Just step, that's some steps.
Yeah, I'll just do the steps.
You want me to do this?
Yeah, sure.
You're on camera.
Ow. But I mean,
You're gonna feel it here because of the line.
Right.
It may touch you. That's what happened to Danny. Danny, I got him a good stab on the throat. He just went and still like a toy, laughing. You were like,
I like that.
"Motherfucker, are you okay?" He said, "Chuck."
I like that because you hit me like right here, right? But I felt it down here, which is good.
Yeah, because it's his first day.
Yeah, yeah. You want it down
Thank
there.
you, man.
I'll look at the game.
Yeah, you go ahead.
No, Jose, I watched those videos he sent of Mark and Henry. I noticed one guy was doing Josh was in here now. This for example, where he would go
Careful with the top.
yeah, like this. I think Josh called it gaze on.
Yeah, it's a 100 strike.
Yeah.
You can do it like in so many different ways.
I tried using it against Mark. It worked twice, and then Sebastian, he said that's a Jose move.
Yeah, because their idea is, oh, Jose, do tricks. I don't do tricks, I use the fucking
And
sources.
so then I immediately did this, just out of fun.
What did they do when they saw that?
Mark was like, like he didn't
They
know what I
didn't
was doing.
recognize it?
No. And then he went for an overhead. And I managed to block it right here between the two hands, and then I got hand sniped.
So we just have to be careful with the planes.
Yeah.
There is have to be something in between you and the hands. And there is two ways to do that. Right in between, or putting your crossbar in between. And we're gonna practice that. Changing,
Right.
so you get used to the rotation.
One thing I did notice. Yeah. But one thing I did notice according to that Mark is that he has a tell. And the tell is I'm going to use this for everything.
Yeah.
You can tell he's about his sword check because he does this early, like really early. Like he's still in guard and doing
Then
it.
you don't have to do it. You don't,
No, I got used to it quickly. I'm like, bam, like this.
But now you know what he's wanting to do.
Yeah, and I know he was going to, so I'm just getting ready for it. And he goes for it, and I managed to deflect it. Then I got hand sniped.
And then your stuff for the, if Ox breaks Albert, what protects you from from, if Sperhawk breaks Albert, what protects you from,
That's a really nice game, sir.
what stuff, Sperhawk?
They're so fat that I didn't get one custom tailored, so you might as well make it.
Albert.
Might as well
Try
make it
to strike
nice.
me from whichever side.
Right.
You know, brother. Then you just get close and you can just spread it.
Right. He didn't mention he was trying to be more defensive when he was sparring with me.
You should be practicing the blocks and parts.
Yeah. I noticed
Which
when
he does.
right.
I have a.
Yeah.
Is this the one you know?
No,
It looks kind of
I have a kafan.
I noticed when Mark does go on the defensive, like he really goes on the defensive.
Is that spec? Yeah.
Yeah, then he turns lenient.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He turns
It
lenient,
always
let's go around.
looks like it's like way fitter than
There was one thing
Yeah.
this is like.
I
It looks thin, but my word is it fit.
I beat
Oh,
him
yeah.
at a clash and I
Branch
managed
cut.
I beat him at a clash and managed to deflect the sword, but for some reason it was like a deer in the headlights like, oh that worked. Alright, back to this.
Yeah, just get used to it. You never get used to it.
Strap's a bit short, I think.
He makes it in different sizes.
Maybe one size not right.
Do you know what size size you ordered?
Go for it.
This might be me.
Yeah, we can just
Oh yeah, I already talked to him about some shoulder protection.
and maybe if the large, go for the extra. If it doesn't work, maybe you can try it with some other person.
Yeah, that's. I can already tell. It's just that that one, or I don't know where to put it. There it is. That one, it has way more here. This, it goes like this. So where's this one? So it's, yeah. So I was having trouble when we were doing intro to sparring. I was having trouble doing this,
Yeah.
and I was having, yeah. I was
Oh,
having
wow.
That looks like the one price sell.
Yeah, it does.
That would be really good, I think, for like rapier or falchion or messer or.
If you're doing
sword.
one-handed, this will work phenomenally
Yeah, it's just.
because your movements are here.
Yeah, it isn't up here.
Yeah. But for two-handed,
Yeah, no.
yeah, it looks very similar to one Gene has.
Price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here he is buying everything.
Yeah. Dark Victory Army does a lot of SCA as well. I think Gene's SCA.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the price makes extra money apparently when doing stuff.
I wish the SCA around here had cut and cross, but they don't.
They have cross and cross, but it's just one person.
Oh,
Which he said really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just needs more people to join them.
pretty much.
Yeah, but the requirements sometimes, as long as it's done, maybe it's not that bad. It's not much.
Yeah.
I'm old.
But yeah, this is like really good. I will keep that for like rapier and all that. But
The subject of
I
this,
looked at the
though,
photo afterwards and I was like, this is good. This is a good idea right here.
I'm buying a router table. Still working on it. I found a
That's
person.
one of my next.
I found a guy in Nixa that sells domestic inside hardware. Well,
Where? So he knows.
OSL.
Can benefit from
OSL?
north of Nixa, like right before Springfield.
Okay.
They have IPE.
Yeah. Ozark Sawn Lumber.
Is it very expensive?
Oh,
Because
okay,
the
yeah.
The Filipino combat system stuff is basically the trainer
Yeah.
is sticks.
Yeah.
And I also make training swords.
Yeah.
I carve them out of wood.
Yeah. And so, the only thing is they don't have hickory. So I'd have to use something weaker, probably like
OP
ash.
woods here.
Is that?
Springfield has OP woods.
Okay.
Walnut is pretty hardwood. I don't know if it's not nearly as hard as hickory, but
It's not, so.
But they have
I
IPE,
think
which
it's-
is like way harder than
Don't get me started. I was joking about Ike. I was joking about Josh. 3,600 pounds of pound force. That's not carvable. You would
You
need
were
carve
joking about it. Me and Dad had to tell you that you're not going to carve that.
There is a way to harden it, but it's kind of labor intensive.
Yeah.
We need
what was
like
the name of
that.
those are something in milk?
Either
I have no clue.
wax. So
Ozark Sawn Lumber.
we cannot do it here. Definitely not. You already told me we cannot practice. Out. Out there, grass. And you see what we do to the grass around here? So you won't be happy.
We could use the garage, but the garage is not in cement, so that's not a.
They have pictures of them with white hickory. We're making should be about 14. I think that could be good. It's not like you're trying to break it. And lovely.
My advice, start with the shoe, like mine, stuff like that, so you get the right technique, and what you want to do and how to do it.
I
keep
a
telling
great place to start.
Start with 2x4s.
100%. That's where I started, and then I started actually taking the walnut wood that we cut off from trees for pruning, and I start carving that. Yeah, I started working that.
Over in Norwood, we have a farm, and like most of that is English oak.
Okay. So that's like, we got someone that can do it, but like,
You want it to
lot
last.
hills. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gorgeous
grain and very strong.
Just to get more to get a well because that becomes the winner.
This is dope. I can't tell if it's the same. It's a lighter.
Yeah, we're gonna pick some stuff up. Probably stuff to make a pedal. I have to find where to get a tire. But
Remember, those two things.
You only know by the seed. So like,
yeah, I made one of those before.
It's only 30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say this is probably red oak. Red oak. This
I
is.
used screws on the one I made, but it wasn't. It's shorter because
Didn't know the balsa was hardwood.
I don't know that either until I started looking it up. I heard like, what's the main difference as well? Does the seed have a hard shell, or is the seed open? So like a pine tree is a softwood, because the pine cones is the seed itself. There's no hard exterior on it.
Yeah.
It just is the seed.
But, and that's really interesting because I learned that the pine, the softwood, it can act like hardwood if you get the right species.
Right. So some evergreens are.
But it's tough to
No, I think it's
But first one,
a little ace or not
second. So it's always good to have
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a hard one. But it's not as hard as pine.
put something
It's also evergreen. Yeah, but I would think. My dad makes my
That's pretty good. I know Jose wants me to start getting into the field, and Julian wants me to get into more of like S-scale. I'm gonna scale with like lens, because I'm gonna make it more accessible to them. Hopefully we'll get in some at least face masks and gloves, so like cotton gloves. That way we can actually store more. So I'm hoping to bring at least 2 of them. I highly recommend, especially starting out with full hard stuff, because you can go light, and as long as you've got the gloves that are fast, you can just catch each other with them. talking about that car. If you want to go harder, yeah, no.
Also, you go to work at as per the incumbent, you can do that. Yeah, there was a lot of people that
I don't think I need are hard shell gloves. I got softer. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I've got soft gloves, but I need hard gloves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. I'm thinking with new swords, just use ash. That's what they make baseball bats out of. I mean, good for baseball, good enough for this.
Willow might be another one to look at.
Which one?
Willow,
Willow, yeah.
because they use it for cricket.
Right.
Or I think it's cricket.
Yeah, the wide bats.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah.
And I don't know if they use it for baseball either, but I know they use it for cricket and stuff. So.
Rondo.
Yeah, we can start doing that eventually too. So you can keep that one. They're super cheap. Don't worry about it. You guys are helping with the waste. Oh, that you can get. I'm not giving them one. I'm not giving you one.
You have to start charging dues.
No, I never did. Like in Puerto Rico, ever. There was no need ever. We practice outdoors or in like book. We have this thing. It's like a
I actually
public,
bought 4 of them so I could start training with friends, so they wouldn't have to
basketball
buy.
courts and stuff like that. And it's
buy 'em.
first come, first
So.
serve.
What the one thing
People talk about if you want to play basketball, okay, give me just half of the.
I like big
We did
weapons.
practice on
Mhm.
Halberd.
I practiced on high
that-
school
yeah,
first
but
with permits of the.
no one does it around
organization
here.
in high school.
And
then on the
so they're
soccer,
gonna start doing it. That's in the future. The next thing we're gonna do is
The sports center. That,
Two-headed
that I
giants.
played when I was a little kid. So I always had a place to. Or we went to the beach and stuff like that. That's the
Nice
great
life.
thing about
Yeah,
Puerto Rico. You can
I was
practice
telling
the
Jose
whole
that
thing.
his
That's why when I came here, I was so
paddles
good. I was
reminded me
skinny
of
enough.
his Zweihänder.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
Zweihänder.
motherfucker, where he came from? From a fucking
Albert
island.
type.
Oh, where from?
I think the house is really
It's
cool.
like, yeah, it's
Don't
like
tell me they're very
100 something degrees.
All the weights on that
Yeah.
one end.
Definitely.
Those used to be my
But
neighbors.
it's a great weapon.
They used to live in this house.
You got this purple one?
Yeah.
It's nice.
They're
For
always
like 20
looking
bucks.
for stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah, they sell
steel.
these. Actually, I think it was on
Steel,
sale,
like-
so I think I got it for like 16 bucks. So I got 4 of them, 16 bucks each.
I'm
Oh.
interested in dagger fighting because, like the one like cultural weapon of Argentina. The facon.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of different knives, by the way. You guys used to live in an island, right, in Washington?
Yeah.
They're freaking islanders.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the 4 islanders. So I'm not the lone islander now. I'm like the accompanying islander.
It was like evergreen forest and all that, but it was an island technically.
I would like to love like a visit like an island like that. That would be awesome.
There's only one downside to Bainbridge now.
But
Only one bridge. That
Yeah.
bridge goes, that you got
And
problems.
if the bridge goes, you're done.
Yeah, and they kept talking. They kept talking about, oh, we're going to make a floating bridge to Bremerton, right to the south. They're like, well, we can't actually do it because this bay over here has a bunch of barges, and we need the width for it. Because the other bridge was like really narrow in terms of the support beams. So like